Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Ulpiliston Amri. I would like to present about the Laugh of Medusa. Okay, I will start. The Laugh of Medusa. Helen Success. Who is she? Helen Success Jeff is Algerian French writer, was born on June 5, 1937 in Oran, Algeria. She was a professor, French feminist writer, poet, playwright, philosopher, literary critic, and rhetorician. But her reputation lies largely in her contribution as a feminist literary theorist. Success feminist essay, L'Heure de la Méduse, originally written in French in 1975, was translated into English as The Laugh of Medusa in 1976 by Kat Cohen and Paula Cohen. The Laugh of Medusa has an important place in the world of feminist literary theory as a groundbreaking essay which expresses what Success called caricature feminine, a style of writing typical of women by women. Next slide. The Laugh of Medusa. In 1975, the French feminist writer Helen Success published an essay entitled The Laugh of Medusa. In it, she developed an entirely new theoretical concept with the aim of writing a feminist voice. In the text, Success strongly supports the idea that women need to write. He claims that there is a very close relationship between women's bodies and their writing, both of which have been repressed by men for centuries. For Success, women who start writing will also be the beginning for them to regain their voices and bodies. Then, the word wise from Helen Success. Women must write themselves. They must write about women and bring women to write, from whom they have been driven out by violence as from their bodies. Women must place themselves into text, as into the world and into history, by their own movement. Okay, next slide. Men have made history, commanded cut law, medicine, science, writing, or publishing, and used these public places to define women as poor and different. In her essay, Success argues that writing history has become one of the phallocentric traditions that helped prevent women from thinking, creating, and innovating. As a writing woman, she pursued her to do the same, and there is nothing to prevent her from writing her own story or life. They are dominated by men, and male writers continue to dominate the story of women. In art and literature, men also shape a woman's identity so that the feels confident in the sense of a man. Success argues that women should write because there is no writing that describes femininity, where she wrote in her essay. Like, I hope that women will write and proclaim this unique idiom so that other women, other unrecognized rulers can exclaim, I too am overflowing my desire and found a new desire, my body now unheard, time and again. I also felt so full of glowing terrain that I could exploding in former beautiful shape, then those form and sought for a virgin. And I also said nothing, showed nothing, I don't operate mouth, I don't repent half my words, I'm embarrassed, I was scared, and I swallowed my shame and to myself, you are crazy. What does this wife, this fault, this explanation mean? This explanation mean where is the patient and panelist woman who is immersed in the naivety remains in the dark about himself, led into self-deprivation by the great arm of the conjugal parents' phallocentrism, not ashamed of his strength who, shocked and horrified by the fantastic cacophony of his impulses, because he is led to believe that a normal, adaptable woman possesses refined culture, doesn't cause herself or being a monster. Vibrating success belief, women can reclaim themselves instead of being painted as weak and lacking or a scrappy monster like Medusa. They can share the full correctness of their experiences and redefine what it means to be feminine. Through writing, women can rewrite the history of life elsewhere. According to Success, writing and creating a feminine writing empire will allow women to redefine their relationship with men, with the world, and with themselves. Okay, next slide. Écriture féminine. Écriture féminine or women's writing is a term coined by French feminists and literary theorist Helen Sachs in her 1975 essay The Laugh of Medusa. Success aims to form a genre of literary writing in which the writing style usually refers to masculinity, which examines the psychology of the female body and female differences in language and text. Culture feminine and a theory emphasizes the importance of language for psychological understanding of self. By encouraging Success believes that women can control their bodies and minds, which have been dominated by men. Okay, then the central ideas of literature feminine. The historical context of the success essay. Helen Success is part of the French feminist movement, which has grown significantly since 1968, when frustration and anger and the exclusion of women from the political system became apparent. At that time, women were generally excluded from public discourse. Feminists believe that language reflects this kind of exception, and it is present in literature change the exciting structure of power. Its purpose is to be heard as a woman in a woman's discourse, not as a woman as the subject of a woman's discourse. This gave, this gave rise to the idea of feminine writing practice. This type of writing is, is intended to be the starting point for female consciousness and a means of overthrowing the particle of society. Success is doing this quite well, saying, women need to break out for the story of men has so part in them. Success has changed the field of luxury work that are part of the culture system aim. The culture system is so volatile that attempts to challenge it are currently political age. And Helen success as representative pastoralism movement. In the 1970s, success was considered the most influential supported of structuralist theory regarding the lecture. Success criticizes Sigmund Freud's story of penal envy, the woman who still allows herself to be threatened by great control, who is still embraced by the clamor of phallic demeanor, who still leads the faithful master to the beat of the drum. That is the woman of yesterday. It is, in his opinion, Freud had the groundwork for critical biological discrimination and prejudice against women. The reason for his criticism is Freud's assertion that women generally envy men because of the fact that they were not born with a penis. Okay, next, the central ideas of equality feminine. The concept of phallocentrism and logocentrism. The concept of phallocentrism and logocentrism. But why success argues that almost the entire history of writing is confused with historical reason, which is at the same time an effect also a support and a special alibi. It has become one with the phallocentric tradition. Logocentrism is the privileged role of the logos, speech, and claims that the belief has been given in Western tradition. Phallocentrism is a form of logocentrism, but is heavily influenced by male gender and the concept of male patriarchy. Responding to this theory, success argued women to become more dominant in the literature field by using their sexuality. Okay, then the last in conclusion. One of the thinkers who had a great impact of the idea of feminism was the French philosopher Helen's Success. Through his thought, he encouraged women to get out of the confines of men by writing. Born in the city of Oran, Algeria in 1937, Success was one of the great figures who modernized the idea of feminism through her book entitled The Laugh of Medusa. She breaks the assumption of the previous great feminist figure, Simone de Beauvoir, who Simone de Beauvoir would state the women are the oppressed without any invitation to them. They actively break the patriarchal culture. Her impetus and encourages women to get out of themselves who have been repressed for years. Or just living in a thick patriarchal culture, Success said that women must break into writing. Therefore, he invites women to express all their sexual desire and secret by writing. Women must put themselves in writing and show them to the world and history. Success is Success said in his book. Maybe enough. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.